Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another toy review video. And as you can see on the screen, this week's video is going to be Transformers Bumblebee Studio Series 72 Starscream as he appears in the Bumblebee movie. And I have to say, I like this look on him. Now I'm pretty sure that Hasbro had looked up and down and probably at the original specs for this character, you know, for the longest time before producing him. Now, I do have the Studio Series Blitzwing, so there is going to be a little bit of comparison later on. But for the time being, let's take a look at what we have here in front of us. And this is pretty awesome looking. As you can tell through the open window, you know, there isn't much of a different look except for the face sculpt. I'm going to try and zoom in on that. Right there. And, well, I mean, as you can tell, he still is in his plastic prison, so you can tell a lot of the plastic ties are there and everything else, so that is pretty good there. I'm liking it very, very much. Now of course you can see the photographic illustration of him, you know, with him firing his weapon, and of course the big red Transformers with the Generations symbol on the top. And of course you got the open window on the top that says just Transformers Bumblebee. On the side, a much more deeper close-up, which you can see his face on there. Not much of a smirk. This is a Voyager class figure, as you can tell from the side. And on this side you get a full rendition of the figure, and you got your product shots right there. Now if you want, you can pause the video and, you know, read the bio as it appears here. I'll try and zoom out just a little. There we go. But knowing me, it just says that it's a big screen inspired, scale, detail, and backdrop. And of course, he appears when Cybertron fell. One of the 3 to 4 Seekers that appears on there, you know, taking out the launch tower. And you can see on the bottom right, almost, you know, the backdrop scene. There's his robot mode as well as his, you know, his Tetrajet mode. So, not too bad so far. And like I said, I have yet to open him up, so let's go ahead and take one final look at him in the box. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get him opened up. And there he is, out of his plastic prison and ready to battle the Autobots. And I have to say, I am very, very pleased with this figure. Almost a spitting image of the of what we saw for the first few seconds of the movie when they did show Starscream and the other jets. But I do want to say it is not without issues. In my preliminary transformation of this figure, I did notice there were that these emitters, or these cannons here, were a little bit loose, so I had to go ahead and tighten those up with a little bit of clear nail polish that actually had, I forgot with what figure I had this with. Anyway, it's been a godsend with certain things, so this allowed these things to stay a little bit tighter. Another thing is on the wingtips here. As you can tell, they're supposed to bend up. This one does not want to stay up. So I think this is one of the ones that just escaped QC, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Another thing is that his primary weapon doesn't seem to stay flush with the rest of the arm. And I think that's due to the fact that it connects to his hand, which is kind of, you know, angled there. And so when you put it on using this little peg that's right there, you know, there we go. You know, it'll stay on, but it won't stay flush. What I really wish that Hasbro had done was allow this hand to go in and allow a peg hole here to allow that to just snap in there, or put another peg. Oops, or put another peg on this end with a slot or notch there to allow it more stability. And there you go. You have his weapon like so. So, yeah. And this thing is really tough to transform. There were times where I thought I was going to wind up breaking this. But let me go ahead and get this backdrop out of the way so you can get a full range of the figure. And I'll be right back. Alright, I am back, and you got a full view of this, of the Air Commander Starscream. And like I said, he's looking pretty good, other than the aforementioned issues that I found during its initial transformation. One other thing that I do want to go ahead and point out is, granted, I love that they painted the head sculpt, and they redid his total head to make him really G1, so you can really show off his face. Let's see here, let's zoom in, and there is that face sculpt, and I have to say I'm really liking it. I mean, right there is, yeah, wow. And I like that they kept a lot of what they use for Blitzwing in terms of the chest and everything, but they really reworked the figure entirely. You know, from the legs, the wings, I think even the arms. There's some really good paint applications on this. As you can tell from the close-up, really good molded detail. His glossy helmet there. Let me zoom back out right there. I mean, that, I love this figure. This is a really good rendition. Now, earlier this morning, I was on Tio Safari, and I did see a couple of add-on kits to where you can be able to hook up, like, I guess a couple of no rays, 2 of them. I guess for his sides, I really don't know. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but I did notice it. So I don't know if I'm going to get those. So we'll see. But I do like what I'm seeing so far. You know, like I said, a lot of good molded detail on there. They really did some good paint applications here on the legs, on the feet, on the inside of his arms, along the canopy, his traditional colors on his wings, and of course they did put the Decepticon symbol upright. See, that's one of the gripes that I have, especially with the Earthrise figures, or even with the Masterpiece figures, that they have the symbol upside down, so that when he transforms into robot mode, it's still upside down. So, but again, that's just me. Alright, so let's go ahead, take one more look, and we'll start off with transformation. Alright folks, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take off his primary weapon, put that off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, almost forgot. So, one thing I did forget to do is articulation. Now, his arms are on a type of rocker hinge. He does have bicep rotation here. His arms can go over 90 degrees. Now, he doesn't have waist rotation, but his legs can kick about almost 90 degrees. Can't kick back all that much because it will hit the backpack here. His knee will bend about 90 degrees. He does have a little bit of toe articulation and an ankle rocker there. And in terms of head rotation, it can go about 360. Can't look up or down, but you can go, like I said, 360, exorcist, and that is about it. Now his wings can fold back just about a click, but they will click down for transformation. Now, moving on, I'm going to go ahead and just a little, there we go. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and move the hands. I'm going to go ahead and fold the hands in, and that's just going to fold in like so. And turn this up like so, fold those in. And I know I may be skipping a step or two, but we're going to go ahead and turn these around like so. And I will show you why once we get there. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and take these legs and open this up like so. Then we're going to go ahead and take this gray piece here, fold that out, fold this down, and there's a piece right here that you're just going to place like so. Now we're going to do the same as we did before. Fold that out, push this piece out, and there we go. Now, once these are done, we're going to go ahead and push the feet in. And now, we're just going to go ahead and turn the legs like so. Oh, one other thing I did forget. There is this little notch here that you see on the side of the upper upper leg here, and there's a post right here. So you can just go ahead and fold that out and make sure that it's tapped on there. The same is going to happen with the other side. And now you're just going to go ahead and turn the legs inward, where you're just going to snap the entirety. Well, not just yet. Did forget something here, so yeah, there we go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and lift this up and go ahead and pull this. There we go. Alrighty. So now, just going to go ahead and take this piece here. Actually, we're going to go ahead and untap this center section here and open that up. This will free up the nose cone and allow that to click. And we just snap that in. Ah, there we go. As I said, sometimes some of this is very scary. And then once that's in there, all we gotta do now is fold just gonna go ahead and turn these legs around, or I should say this. Ah, come on, damn it. Okay, sorry about that, folks. There we go. So, and there. So once that's there, we're just gonna tab these two legs together. And there. We just gotta angle them to where it's not overlapping this front section here, but overlapping this smaller piece of the front section down here. So once those are done, you're just gonna go ahead and just tab everything. Oh, shoot, did I forget? Oh yeah. So on this back tail fin here, there is a piece right here that's gonna go behind. Now, let's go ahead and just put, oh, there we go. Try and tab all this together, and there we go. So we got the front section already done. Now this back piece we're going to go ahead and lift up like so. Oh, and also did forget, and I'm going to try and zoom in on that. There are a couple of tabs here, right there, and there's a slot on the back there that you're going to snap that in to lock that in place. So, and take these plastic glasses off. There we go. And then once that is on there, that's going to lock in this bottom portion with the rest of the body. And then we just lift this up. And now these arms, still not done yet. We got to move these wings up a bit. And these arms are connected, but it is a tight, and I do say tight, fit. Come on. Oh, see, this is what I was saying earlier, that I was afraid that I may wind up busting this. That would have pissed me off. So now we lift it up like so, and we're just going to go ahead and just put that in. I'm going to do the same with the other one. This one is not as tight. And now just going to fold the arms in like that. Now this is going to make unique storage. This little section here has a little tab. It's going to go into this slot here. So all you gotta do is just pop that in there. Whoops, sorry, that was not supposed to have happened. And as I just discovered, there's a tab here and here on the inside that goes on those. So we gotta make sure that is on there as well. And let's try and get that in there. Come on. There we go. And wow. And let's see if we can, come on, get in there, damn it. You can tell, just trying to get everything tabbed. Okay, I think I got it. And this went untabbed. Let's pull these wings down. Alright, now one other thing. These ends of these wings are gonna go ahead and go around, if I can. But you also have to untab this section here, like so. I'm gonna do that again for those that didn't see it the first time. Untab. And there we go. And there, let's just get a couple of other areas snap back in there. There we go. All right, and there he is in his Tetrajet mode. I want to zoom in just a little. And this is a very, very interesting looking mode. I'm really liking this. Not too bad. Of course, I have to say, and you gotta agree with me on this one. The transformation on this was somewhat of a pain in the ass. So, let's see here. So, wow. And I mean, this is a very, now I like that they kind of had this frosted windshield or cockpit canopy on there, though I really wish they had allowed, you know, some visage of the interior cockpit. But you know what, it's all good. And again, my favorite part, the Decepticon symbol is upright in vehicle mode. That is so awesome. Oh man, this is, yeah, like I said, I am liking this a lot. And yeah, I can't say anything more on this. So as a matter of fact, give me a moment to go ahead and pull out Blitzwing. We'll do some size comparisons, you know, in both vehicle as well as robot mode. All right, folks, thank you for waiting. I appreciate your patience on this. Now, as you can see, we have a side-by-side comparison of both Studio Series Blitzwing and Studio Series Starscream. And you can tell they are different as night and day in terms of their vehicle modes. Oh, man. But, I mean, good gravy. You know, I did promise I was going to do a side-by-side comparison of both their vehicle modes as well as their robot modes. So here they are in vehicle mode. You know, very nice and everything. I do, however, want to go ahead and, wasn't there I think there was another piece that was supposed to be on Blitzwing. Trying to see, there it is. So there's Blitzwing with both of his missile pods there. There we go. And all in all, I really like both of these. So now that we did the vehicle comparison, let's go ahead and take a look at his robot mode. Alright, I am back, and there they are, both in their robot modes. As you can tell, there are some major differences. Even though certain parts of them are almost the same, there's some areas that basically have been completely retooled and redone. Now, for example, the arms here, you know, even though you do see some add-ons on here, you got this little cover here, whereas for Starscream, you see an actual solid piece that shows some paint applications there. In addition to the arm turret, which for some reason, I don't know if it's just me, this looks a little bit bigger than this one. Not to mention the most important thing that I had mentioned with Starscream's, it's being held on by this peg here. Okay? There's no additional slot on this thing. Whereas for Blitzwing, well, let go. Hold on. Yeah, take this off. There you go. Alright, so in addition, you see the extra tab on there that gives it more stability on that. And of course the other physical differences between them all. You know, the added on here, the different wings, the intakes, everything. So there they are, side by side. So give me a moment, I'll come back with my final thoughts and my score. Now, let's go ahead and give you my final thoughts on this figure. But before I do, let me give you my score on this figure. Now, despite some minor issues, you know, such as these coming off, having to go ahead and thicken the pegs up just a bit so they'll stay in place, and his primary weapon not exactly staying on flush, I'm going to go ahead and give this figure an 8 out of 10 on this. Specifically because of the issues I had cited. Now, that being said, I stated before, this is a great looking figure. I really like it. Issues notwithstanding, this is a good figure to have, especially if you really loved the Bumblebee movie, especially the first 10-15 minutes of the film where they're on Cybertron. Just to see that is a Transformers dream come true, to see that moment. I mean, yeah, that is awesome. So that's my take on the figure. I want to hear from you. What is your opinion on this figure? Now, I have seen a lot of other people's reviews on this, but I want to hear from you for those that haven't set up a YouTube channel or anything like that. Do you happen to have this figure? Or, Blitzwing? And do you like these figures? Do they stand up to all that's cracked up to be? And do you like them? Do you hate them? Let me know. Leave your answers and comments in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell notification or the bell icon so you can be notified on new videos when I put them out. Now, I'd like to thank each and every one of you who has contributed or who has, liked my channel, subscribed to my channel. This has been a great thing. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy showing off what I'm able to get or what others allow me to go ahead and show off on their behalf. So, and if anyone out there wants to help contribute to the channel, there is information you can do that in the description, also located down below. Now, once again, let me go ahead and give you my heartfelt thanks. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.
Yeah.